So presence, not performance. You're probably thinking, why do I come so quickly? Because there's so much pressure on you to be that guy, as we've discussed. And what I want you to do, instead of having that mindset, I have to perform, I have to do this thing, I want you to take that mindset and turn it into presence and enjoying the situation. Now you may be thinking, well, if I enjoy the situation, that's what happens and I ejaculate too quick. Slow down. Take your time. There's nowhere to be. All I want you to be is in the moment. And that anxiety will build up if you're thinking you have to be somewhere, you have to do something, you have to be that certain person. And if you're thinking you have to be that certain person, that's what's going to cause you to build that tension in your body and that anxiety. And I want you to remember this. When you're relaxed, you can't be anxious. And if you're anxious, you can't be relaxed. So how do we start getting relaxed? We're going to start talking a lot more later down the track about specific breathing exercises. But just for now, what's a really great exercise is breathing deeply into your stomach. Breathing all the way deep, and it feels like your stomach is expanding slower and more gently each time. Now, when you're with the woman, don't think you have to be this porn star and do this crazy thing. Don't think you have to do that thing. Take your time and really just use your hands and glide them over the woman's body. Caress her, touch her, kiss her. Take your time on that thing. Don't think I've got to put my cock inside this woman. I want you to take your time. And the thing is, half the time you might not even need your cock. And we'll discuss that later as well, because there's so many other things you can do. So when you got the mindset, hang on a second, I don't just need to use my penis. There's so many other ways to give a woman an orgasm, make her feel fantastic, and really give her so many orgasms and great sensations. What that's going to do, the mindset, as I said, is so key. It's going to allow you to relax, be present with her, and not think, quick, I've got to do this thing. Quickly, let's get this done. If you're thinking, I've got to get this done, that's the wrong mindset. I've got to. If you ever feel like in your life, you feel like I gotta, I shoulda, I have to, you gotta cut that. You're with this woman because you want to be here. And when that pressure starts to build up, we'll go through the breathing exercises later, but what you do is focus on putting all your attention, just breathing in your stomach for now. And by doing that, it's going to allow you to really drop in, relax, and not think that you have to do this certain action. Now, the reason you might be feeling this is that build up of the pressure from society, your parents, all your friends, and that's the education that you've got from sex. And that anxiety is you shouldn't have sex, no sex before marriage, sex is wrong, sex is bad. And that pressure already, when you got the premature ejaculation issue, what's going to happen? It just feeds into you, I shouldn't be doing this. So it's that builds up over time. Now, this might sound a bit weird, but it's I have to come quickly. I have to get this over and done with. I have to make this happen. And by having that mindset that you might not even realize that's so deep down what that's going to happen. So forcing you to ejaculate so quick, and you're not taking your time to really enjoy the pleasure and enjoy the moment with this person. And by that thought happening, with all that shame and guilt associated with sexuality, that's going to stop you from actually being there with the person and allowing you to have a sensation and the fucking experience that you've always wanted to have. And when you can really observe this and go, wow, that's actually what's going on, this will give you a lot of alleviation psychologically. And that's the number one thing. We want to get the mind right, and then we can work on the physical sensations. I've already told you to breathe deeply into the stomach, but when we start talking about the actual breathing exercises, that's going to help. So then you go, okay, sex isn't bad, sex is not wrong. The only reason that we're told sex is bad and sex is wrong is because of maybe the church and so many other things. And you can look into this. You probably may have been brought up in a Christian family saying don't have sex before marriage. And then when you have this constantly in your head, quick, I've got to get this thing done so no one will see me do this thing. But over time, you will start chipping away. And the more that you watch these videos, the more that you watch stuff that I put out there, it will start normalizing sex and start realizing how oppressed that we're being about sexuality, how sexuality has been demonized. And when you become more open about it, it's going to allow you to be relaxed. And that being being really anxious and tense, what that's going to do, it's actually going to stop you. It's going to make you ejaculate so quickly. So when we can start clearing that shame over time through sexuality, what's going to happen? That's when your experiences are going to get so much better.